Okay, so we're live there. Everybody got their mics turned down. Okay. Grand Rising, Grand Living. $1,000 is a grand. Look at me. Today we are in our February focus. What happened in January? Well, I wanted to wait. I wanted to let all the fake New Year's, new me energy to get realistic again. It feels more realistic. So we just happen to be in Black Future Month. So on with this morning's lecture. So this morning's lecture, again, shout out to New York, shout out to London, shout out to Africa, shout out to China. What about my state? If you are in certain states, that's my VIP states. Shout out to California. All right, here we go. What are we talking about? Today is Sunday, February 5th, 2023. 2023 equals 7. February is a 2 and today's a 5th. So 2 and 5 equals 7. Today's a 7-7 day energy. So today we're talking about ending a wrong connection the right way. My intentions are to help everybody, to help my target audience. He wants to help all black people, to help my target audience with changing their life algorithms. Man, this is stupid. Why are you my friend on social media then? Because I don't have nothing else to do. And I'm going to block you soon. So I'm going to go straight into it. Okay? So, if we're talking about connection, you know I'm going to start with sex first. I didn't know you were going to start with sex. I didn't know either, but this analogy has to be said first. I can't wait to the end. So, sex is like cementing and gluing two books together. Okay? Hey, book. Hey, how you doing? You want to get married? Yeah. So, sex is like cementing and gluing two books together. And the next day or next week, ripping them apart. Now, there's still clean sides of the book that haven't been touched by the ripping apart process, right? But guess what? That book, when you rip it apart, has pieces of the first connection it had with the first book it glued itself to. Now the book feels free. Watch this. So again, this is my clean side. I haven't been touched. I'm a virgin over here. Look, I'm a spiritual virgin over here. But no, I'm not a virgin right here. Because when you rip that connection, there's still pieces of this book right here, right? Okay. So now it feels free. Now both of these books feel free. And goes out and glues themselves to another book. Now that new connection, now say that new connection doesn't work out. Now that book has pieces of the last two book interactions on it. All right? That was just an illustration of two relationships not working and bringing pieces of the other books with him. The good news is, y'all want to know the good news? I was like, yes. The good news is we know most Americans don't have over 2 sexual partners. Right? Why is everybody making that face? Moving on. So, Jason, I refuse to listen to too much of this because I'm in a happy relationship or I'm in a happy marriage. Okay. Cool. Everybody's happy, but people are so scared to talk about the the negative things when they're happy, like the creator of happy didn't create the negative things. So at my happiest of times, I could talk about the lowest of things. It's called ministry minded, right? So here's an important disclaimer I got to put here for all the scary people. How to end a connection the right way means nothing if you two are meant to be together. If you two are meant to be together, this lecture is not for you, because it's not for you. You should check out the swallowing your pride versus swallowing bad foods lecture to get out of your current hardhead stage. Now, back to the program of the people this is for. So the February focus is ending a wrong connection the right way. The definition of connection is a relationship in which a person, thing, or ideal is linked, associated with something else. By yourself, something else. The synonyms. Why is he talking about the synonyms? Just check this out. Because there's a lot of strong people is listening in with an attitude. So we got to shut that crap down right now. Why are you my friend on here? You shouldn't just be my friend. Synonyms of connection: link, relation, interdependence, interconnection, outer connection, inner connection, attachment, bond, parallel, or tie-in. Here's the setup. For all the spiritual, metaphysical people that's going to be like, yeah. Can a spiritual connection be ended by you? I'm looking at everybody's face. I'm going to ask you again. Can a spiritual connection that you created, because we ain't talking about no extreme cases like it was put upon me. We're talking about the stuff that you co-created. Ooh, she looked good, or ooh, he looked good. You're co-creating that experience or that connection. So, all the smart metaphysical people, can a spiritual connection be ended by you? If yes, then how, Sway? How, Sway? Here we go. Here's the setup. Here we go. Because everybody thinking that, yeah, okay. How long does it take to cut ties with a link, with interdependence, with an interconnection, with attachment, with a bond, with a parallel, or a tie-in? Jason, you just changed the question. You just asked us a question according to the synonyms, and now I can't really metaphysically answer that. I know. My main man, Mr. Dale, said a soul tie is a person, place, or thing. And we'll definitely go deeper into this section a little later. So again, I had to say all that in the beginning. So y'all ready? Here we go. Now let's just say you can end the connection, right? Boom, I'll give y'all all the power. You can end the connection. Okay? Doesn't it usually happen when one or both parties aren't feeling it anymore? That's the only time they want to leave. Everybody's like, duh. You must remember, when you are feeling someone, that comes with the behavior. And when you are not feeling someone, that also comes with the behavior. When a person wants to end a connection, it's because they feel differently about the connection. Now, the feeling is more important than the connection. Look at God. Man, I put them together to do this, this, this. I put them together to do this, this, this. I put them together to do this, this, this. But I ain't feeling it. Who cares? What if God were like this? Now again, what God is he talking about? Whatever God y'all serve. But what if God was like, y'all only use 7 to 15% of y'all brain. I don't care what y'all feel. If you're having a connection or an experience it. But if you co-created it in the wrong way, you just messed up your experiences. And we'll go deeper into this. Because again, we must remember when you are feeling someone, it comes with the behavior. And when you're not feeling someone, it comes with the behavior. When a person wants to end a connection, it's because they feel differently about the connection. Now, the feeling, I connected y'all. The feeling, I connected y'all. The feeling is more important than the connection. Which kind of sounds like the thinking of people that practice casual sex. Does that make sense? Casual sex, that's a connection. The feeling is more important than the connection. Due to the American Divorce and Breakup Olympics, there will be a lot of single people that are full of sexual energy from their old and new partners. And we all know energy stays where it's at. Energy transfers. I have also seen more bad energy transfers. I'm going to say this again. I have also seen more bad energy transfers versus let me try to sleep with Michael Jordan's ex-wife so I can jump higher. You're about to get Jordan's family's curses too. Or is that bullshit? No pun intended. Is that bullshit? Get it? You know, some people are like, what do you, he just cussed. Oh, Jordan played for the Bulls. Okay, before you energy transfer with all these newly single people, find out how they ended their last 100 relationships. No, their last 2 relationships. Before you energy transfer with all these newly single people, find out how they ended their last 2 relationships. Look at them. Jason, why does that matter? Well, finish the pattern for me. Lion, duck, cow. Lion, duck, cow. Lion, duck. I know. Cow. You only knew it was cow because you overstand the pattern. Well, guess what? All of these newly single people have breakup and divorce patterns that you need to know about before you have a cow. Shout out to Bart Simpson on that one. So, many blacks were raised in the church believing that God hates divorce and divorce is a sin. It is. And God does hate divorce. I have some good news for all the people who's ever went through a divorce and is going like this. God is mad at me. Everybody's going to make fun of me. I have some good news for y'all. Pick your head up. Turn that Keith Sweat song off. Put the yak down. Ha. Go hit the weight room. Ha. Go eat better. Ha. Because I got some good news for you. Ha. Here we go. God hated your fake marriage and your fake relationship more than God hated your real divorce of that fake union. Yeah, pick your head up. Pick your head up. I know. Are you saying God didn't even want us together? Yeah. So stop. God didn't hate your divorce. He actually hated y'all being together. Jason's being spooky again because I told him I don't believe in God like that. Hold on. We got something for you too. But what if God hates fake unions? I know the law of balance hates fake unions. I know compatibility energy hates fake unions too. What if compatibility and energy and compatibility and balance went to a club and they saw people hooking up? They would be the biggest haters in the room. Balance and compatibility would be like, man, that's stupid. That ain't gonna work. They dumb. They about to do it again. God, they didn't learn from the first few times of you don't find people like that. Look at him. He's trying to be a pimp again. Compatibility hates fake unions. And again, balance hates fake unions. Everybody hates fake unions. I'm sorry, I thought that was everybody. Okay, that's everybody hates Chris. Okay. So, if someone was trying to take your oxygen, would you let them? No. You would fight to the death to breathe. Shout out to Eric Thomas. Well, guess what? When you involve yourself with an energy vampire and you try to leave them, guess who may? He said they always. Guess who may fight to the death just so they can breathe better in your energy? Here's a disclaimer for young women that have a chance at real love. Girl, he trying to talk to all women. He trying to tell, you can't tell. We're not talking, ma'am. I'm not talking to you. Disclaimer for young women that have a chance at real love. Who he talking to? I got 15 BOWs. Ma'am, I'm not talking to you. It's probably really hard to talk to you right now. What do you mean? Ma'am, stop. Just watch those behind the music shows when people were at their pinnacle. Look how they listen. Think about it. It's hard to listen. Hey, Tupac, I'm trying to... I'll catch him later. Hey, Kanye West, I'll catch him later. When you're at your pinnacle, you don't listen the same. You got to listen quick because everything's coming at you. Yeah, that's how it is. Shh. What if your surgeon was operating on your loved one like that? Oh, yeah, now you understand laser focus. Okay. Now, again, this disclaimer is for young women that have a chance at real love. So, young women, you still got to brush your teeth and stuff. They'll be like, he told me he did it. But I didn't know you were brushing your teeth. I'm just playing. Young women can take jokes like that. Some people would be like, okay, that was negative. I'm sorry, y'all, that was negative. I felt that. No, look, I'm blaming on one of y'all. One of y'all brought y'all situations in here, and I felt that. Because one of y'all faces was like, I needed to hear that. I don't want to say nothing negative. Come on. So, disclaimer for young women that have a chance at real love. Never break up with men how older, disrespectful people tell you to. And most of the people that end connections poorly, many of them have extreme mental illnesses. And sometimes it's not their fault. This is so crazy that different races of men are like talking to me about stuff, about their love life. This was a Caucasian man. What's his name? Come on, that's some scumbag stuff. Let me tell you his story. And he said, yeah, share it. And I was just like, this story was so crazy I had to pat him down. Because I was like, dude, you got to be crazy. So I was like, hold on, I got to pat you down, man, before I meet with you. He said his ex-wife took him to a cafe. And she said she never had love for him. And never wanted anything from him. And I said, dude, how did she answer your questions? And he said, she didn't answer any of my questions. And I was like thinking to myself, like, oh, she did the shutdown tactic. But the bad news for her, that co-creates karmic relationships that she's going to have to learn that from, what a shutdown does. So her karmic partner is going to treat her like that. But I didn't tell him that. He said she changed her number. He said he saw her on several dating apps. And then she disappeared for months. Later to find out that she had a baby with his close friend and married him. So y'all see why I had to pat him down? before I bet with him. So he's bummed out about, I guess he's bummed out about her and the friend. But I hit him. But again, I hit him with some knowledge that, with this disclaimer, I said, if your superior, your friend, your mentor, your business partner, or family member is trying to date or marry your ex, fight them, right? No. Believe them first. Man, I got to figure it out. I got to figure this out. No. Don't do nothing first. Just believe that it happened. Treat it like you treat your religion. Believe it and try to know parts about it. And through that acceptance, everything comes to you. And the good news is, they weren't your real superior, your friend, mentor, business partner, or family member anyway. And they have now lowered their status in your life. Now, according to media, history, and science, most times that new energy transfer makes these types of people marked for death. Oh, Jason's getting violent. Shh. This death usually comes to them in so many different ways. These untrustworthy people are really committing energy suicide. Like you've heard of suicide by cop. Many of these fake humans are so mentally dead that they can't see the dangerous energy game that they're playing, right? By evolving yourselves into their so-called friends, mentees, business partners, or family members' process to end a connection. You're getting in the middle of somebody's. Why does Jason keep ripping them apart? Oh, that signifies a quick split. Because some people are like archaeologists with it. Even haters. There's some archaeological haters that be like, I'm going to split them up, but scientifically. And there's some people that encourage people to do it like this. And I'm like, do you know what type of people are out here right now? So, if you find out that most people only know about love from their parents' good or bad love lives, their close circles, and forms of media, you can easily see why this kind of love doesn't work for the masses. Now take the letter M off the word masses. Let's give everybody 3 seconds of a moment of silence for that. Now, did you know that when you truly connect with someone, you are not only spiritually or energetically connected to them, you are scientifically connected? Do partners that actually, now check this out, and shout out to the Simmons family. I freaking love y'all. So this is just an analogy, and you'll see what I'm talking about, according to how the media has been portraying them. So I'm using it for relationships. But check this out. Do partners that actually wanted you in the very beginning, now remember, in the very beginning of meeting each other, like seriously, just really understand what type of people you're dealing with. Watch. These two are meant to be together. Say for 2 years, 20 years, 200 years. They're meant to be together, right? Now, one partner don't see it. One partner sees it and one partner doesn't see it. But remember, this is a story of people who are together and are meant to be together for some amount of time. Through my research, the person that doesn't see it, but then they eventually get together and blah, 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 blah. This person is going to start a lot of arguments. Watch this. On purpose, because they don't love them. No. Because they don't see it. So, do partners that actually wanted you in the very beginning and could see it, do they tend to co-parent better than partners that had to be convinced, Angela Simmons style, to love you? Won't they have to be convinced to effectively co-parent? Especially if they're in the so-called new flings. What about the man? Now, when a man fantasizes about being with a woman of his dreams, Yo Gotti style, and she turns out to be a complete opposite, he will also become a complete opposite person due to the failed expectations. He married expectations. And we know women marry expectations too. Now, all I'm saying is, where do you get expectations from? The date. You usually go on a date and say, this is what I want to be in life. So you can literally rearrange your life around to be like, can I live with you? Can I do that with you? So a man formulates expectations. Just like a woman on the first date. Hopefully you're talking about that on the first date. No, we was talking about cologne and we just gonna go off the energy connection that we feel when Congratulations, scientifically and energetically or metaphysically, you know y'all supposed to be together, but you don't communicate to gain a better understanding and infinity mind. Yeah, we just gonna feel it all the way through. All right, get away from my car. You gotta go. So, this is what people want to know now. Can online attachments happen? Because we're talking about connections and breaking connections, and I don't even leave. I do everything online. But now they got my mind online. So can an online attachment happen? Yes. What's the first internet move you make online? Most people can tell you how you are. Well, shoot, I check Facebook. If Facebook is the first thing you check in the morning, but I teach the law of duality, so it's some person that been like, please, I made $5 million last month on Facebook. Well, sir, I'm not talking about you. So if you're saying stuff like that, you know you're an exception, so you're blurting out stuff like that because you want everybody to feel good about your $5 million. But we're not clapping for you, sir. But $5 million last month, that was dope. And you didn't have to blurt that out, but that was dope. So everybody clap it up for him. Psych, get him out of here. So, can an online attachment happen? Yes. And if so, can an online detachment happen too? This is them. Jason, are you talking about the delete and block buttons? More than that. Detaching your energy from a person online. Now, I have erased so many people that I love. And I will continue to erase and block people that take what I post in a way that makes them feel like they know me. I'll just stop it there on that one. I would rather see them in real life and go old school. I will see you when I see you vibes. Versus I'm going to create a social media account that makes people feel like they know me. Nope. I'd rather see you when I see you. So we can remain friends. Think about how many people you would still be cool with if you didn't accept them on social media. You know why I feel appalled by that? It's because I was one of the first people. I was on the first set of people on Facebook. I was a part of that year. I was the first year of that. Where you had to get it verified by your college. Like, you had to be in college. Exactly. Then they started letting old people into the party, and it changed from Facebook to Wrinkle Facebook. Yes. They say, a lot of the youth say Facebook is the old folks' home of the internet. And I felt that. I said, So I had to dunk on a couple of them. Like, don't say that to me. Don't. But you're right. Facebook is the old folks' home of the internet. Okay. So we'll move past that part. So what is an online relationship? And there's so many people that's going to be like, I know the definition of that. What is an online relationship? It's a human interaction or human interactions with your eyes, thumbs, and fingers on the technology controlled by strangers. What is a relationship? It's human interactions that your eyes, thumbs, and fingers have on the technology controlled by strangers. Yes, there are middle humans. There are middle humans in between any relationship you have with another human online. So they're the actual slide. Shh. You ever been on the slide? Shh. Well, they're the actual slide of the sliders that think that they're sneakily sliding in your DMs. Remember, they're the slide. Shh. Shh. Everybody be quiet. I'm about to... I'm smart. Forget what Jason's talking about. I'm smart. I'm about to slide. All I'm saying is good afternoon. That's just your slide. That's what you're a professional slider. Whoever you are, they're the slide. Right? So they're the actual slide of the sliders that think that they're sneakily sliding in your DMs. Congratulations. Strangers are there too. Congratulations. Have you ever tried to heart somebody's picture and it wouldn't let you? You could only make the like button work, especially like on your cell phone. Why it seems like everybody else hit the heart button? Well, your online relationships are being tampered with by other humans that controls the platform. You know, like demons or negative energy does in to us in the 3D. Yeah, shout out to demons or negative energy doing the same thing to us in the 3D. I'm gonna say that again. Have you ever tried to hit the heart button and wouldn't let you on your cell phone or something like that? But you could only make the like button work, while everyone else hit the heart button. So it seems like your online relationships are being tampered with by other humans that controls the platform. Okay? So oftentimes, now watch this. It's so bad. And again, I've been studying this for years. So I like when people be like, man, I'm hearing this for the first time and I don't understand it. He's crazy. It's like, that's what's up. And you're here to say that. Oftentimes, that weak-minded human that created that page or post, that saw all the hearts and your like, they'll say something petty like, why didn't they heart it? Why did they just like it? It's like, what are you going through right now? Why are you even thinking like that? Why are you doing this? Because I have made this my life. I literally, my self-esteem matters how busy people hit like on something that I took hours to post. Because I want people to like me every day. Well, say something that'll make them hit the like button. Well, I posted something. No, say something to make them like it or love it. Well, I posted something. You see how stupid that is? People who end relationships or marriages poorly all have similarities in their stories of how it happened. Even online pettiness. If you just ask real questions on your first couple of dates, this is the first time I'm seeing you. This is the first time I'm seeing you. Don't have sex, you idiots. You scientifically ignoramuses. Okay? Stop. Don't have sex yet. Wait. If y'all would just ask real questions on the first couple of dates, instead of only thinking sexual transfer, sexual energy transfers, sexual energy transfers, versus I want to know what will be transferred to me. I want to know what will be transferred to me. I want to know what will be transferred to me. That sounds better. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. It must have been that clone I had on. But sexual energy transfers, or I want to know what will be transferred to me. So what you saying is we have to go on a date and ask real questions that brings out emotions that they might get mad at me. And I ain't trying to make them mad on the first date. Who cares? I want to know what will be transferred to me. Ask them. Y'all see what I'm coming from, right? I see on y'all face. Y'all into that. Okay. Y'all like the book stuff. So I look crazy if this is a playback. They're like, this nigga talking with the books. And I'm going to be like, Pac, you can tell the people you roll with whatever you want, but you and I know what's going on with them books. Okay. People who end things well with other people all have similar stories of how they did it, just like people who end things like a scumbag have similar ways of ending things. Patterns never lie. Patterns actually inform well, especially if you know how to read the signs. Now, artificial growth and real growth causes people to want to break past soul ties during humans' so-called growth periods. Watch this. This is the growth period. Growing. This is how it is. Growing. So watch this. Okay, so during human so-called growth periods, or during so-called decline periods, decline, makes you feel financially unevenly yoked to them. Even though this is the person you are still spiritually, scientifically, and energetically yoking yourself to every night after a couple of beers. I'm just playing. I added the beer part out. Now again, this person is financially better than this person, or it might not even be money. I got a position. I got a prestigious philanthropic position, and okay, that's artificial growth. But you are still spiritually, scientifically, and energetically yoking or yoked to this energy. Or gradually. Okay, did y'all get together like this? Did y'all get together like this? So why would y'all, if you get together like living life, whoa. Why don't y'all do that? Yeah, because you're not incentivized to do logical stuff like that. That makes sense. Part ways gently. Or rip apart like the older people we seem to not learn anything from. Say that again, Jason. I'll say it again. Part ways gently. Or rip apart like the older people we seem to not have learned anything from. According to 2 Corinthians 6:14, it states, "Be ye not unevenly yoked together with people that don't got money." No, I'm sorry. My fault, y'all. It didn't say that. I'm sorry. 2 Corinthians 6:14, Be ye not unevenly yoked together with people who don't got their real estate license. No, it don't even say real. It don't say high value man or woman. It said, be ye not unevenly yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness? And what communion hath light with darkness? I know you're the light. When everybody quote this scripture, everybody's the light in this story. Even the dark-skinned people. You got that. Be serious. Most people have hard times ending a connection because they're victims of their caring levels. Did he just call me a Karen? No, caring. C-A-R-I-N-G. The definition of care is to feel, remember that word feel, to feel concern or interest attached importance. So here's my importance. I'm going to attach it to myself. Nope, attach it to something else. So here's my importance. And I'm going to attach it to something else. Right? So we seem to not be able to do nothing without that feel word. Did you cut the grass? Nope, because I didn't feel like it. Cool. How did you feel when you heard Leroy Jenkins died? Did y'all hear Leroy Jenkins died? I'm not laughing at Leroy Jenkins. I'm laughing at y'all like, no. Because first of all, most people don't name their children Leroy Jenkins, even if your last name is Jenkins. And that's messed up because somebody named Leroy Jenkins is like, how do you feel when you heard about Leroy Jenkins dying? You didn't feel because you don't know Leroy Jenkins. But how did you feel when your favorite celebrity died, even if they didn't know you, but you knew of them? Like a lot of your past relationships. So you see how you know and you care, but when you don't know, you're like, I don't care. Our caring about a person changes when our real or artificial knowing evolves, devolves, and here's one of my favorite ones, or is tampered with. Y'all got to understand, y'all looking at these, I've been calling this the divorce and breakups Olympics, but this is what's happening. A lot of these endings is because one or both partners evolved, or one or two partners devolved, or it was tampered with. But when you don't care, attachments can still ruin your life. You just like subconscious problems. Congratulations to a lot of y'all that I don't care, but it's still there. Karma, cause and effect, reaping and sowing is still there, but you don't care about it. That's what we need to do a series on. Not caring about reaping and sowing and cause and effect. When you don't care consciously, attachments can still ruin your life subconsciously, while consciously you feel happy and free and empowered and free. And did I say free? Just want to make sure I said free. I'm free now. It's like, no, why'd y'all even do it like that? No, y'all not free. Yes, I am, because look at the distance. That's why we got to talk about science, because people say distance is a reality. When a twin can be like, I feel something with my other twin, even though they're at a distance. So what is the best way to end a connection? Did he say connections? I'm sorry, I meant to say a connection, which is a wrong connection. I say cold turkey is the best way. Cold turkey. However, some forms of cold turkey can kill a person trying to detach from certain drugs. Ooh, I thought he was talking about a person. Because I was ready to argue. No, that's why I started off with drugs first. Right? You're not going to argue that. Hopefully you're not. Hopefully y'all not going to argue that. And what facts would y'all say against that, right? So again, some forms of cold turkey can kill a person trying to detach from drugs. So if you fit in this healing category, those people need to taper down or warm up their cold turkeys a little bit. So if they should warm up their cold turkeys, because humans can also be drugs for certain humans. And I always tell them that you shouldn't leave certain people cold turkey because it kills them. And many of them may want to kill back. When feeling this form of quick death placed upon them, I have heard terrible stories, horrible things happening to lawyers and judges for mishandling or provoking purposely co-created insane parents. You literally see this parent went through an insane situation and you think everything is cool. Y'all are tripping. The more I'm learning about family law, this is the most dangerous. They be like, criminal law. I'm like, y'all crazy. Family laws. If y'all looking for something lit in law, family law is lit. These judges and lawyers, they doing some despicable stuff to people who are literally like, oh my God, I have nothing. And that's coming from a man with resources and friends that are all coming back in my life from all over. But again, I've heard divorce and breakups can be compared to death. It has been compared to death to some people who are going through it. They feel like they're actually dying. And even Tupac said, my homeboy got smoked by a fiend trying to floss Sony, blinded to a broken man's dreams. I'm going to say that again. He didn't say my homeboy got hugged by a fiend. He said my homeboy got smoked by a fiend trying to floss Sony. Why you trying to floss on somebody broken? So my homeboy got smoked by a fiend trying to floss Sony, blinded to a broken man's dreams. I don't know why y'all think broken men don't have dreams too. Y'all are crazy for that. So anyone that gives you terrible advice about how to leave a person should instantly show you how not in tune they are with proper communication. Watch this. Towards the end of relationships or marriages. So, shout out to the new person that marries Kim. What Kim are you referring to? Well, for legal purposes, I don't know, but she could be on TV, I think. So, whoever marries this Kim character, let's just say their marriage goes bad and she ends the connection with the new guy like a scumbag. Should that new guy really be shocked at Kim's end of marriage behaviors? If you see a lot of marketing and advertising of another Kim relationship failure, are y'all going to literally be like, whoa, like y'all really that low? Who's breaking up again? Like, seriously. I'm sorry, that was my international side coming out. I'm sorry. I promise you, I'm just playing. When you date or marry someone that you have a high caring level for, that could mean that you have a higher soul tie. So it's a higher soul tie. Now, that's not good sometimes. Because again, remember the divorce and breakups Olympics that everybody's being recruited for? That could mean, if that energy comes to your house, that could mean the breaking of that connection could be harder to reach because your soul tie is higher. And that's a conscious thing too. So remember, the current goal of most humans that want to end a wrong connection is to not consciously care anymore. So the human will so-called feel free of their connections with a person. If this works, how long does it take to rid yourself of your ex's energy? Can a soul tie be untied? Or is that not forever. Did you know that you may not be able to break a connection so easily? So when you choose a karmic partner, because remember, I don't want to spoil it. When you choose a karmic partner, or you let one choose you, because again, the person came up to me and didn't put a gun to my head and asked me to date them. Okay, so they chose you. You were helpless. Yeah, I was helpless. They was being game to me, and I said yes to everything. So it's still you caused it, right? They wanted to date me. Okay, get away from my car. We gotta get out of here. So, if this works, right? No, let's go back to this. Remember, the current goal of most humans that wanted to end a connection is to not consciously care anymore. So they'll feel free. If this works, how long does it take to rid yourself of your ex's energy? Or is this not forever? Now, did you know that you may not be able to break a connection like that so easily? Because again, when you choose a karmic partner, or you let one choose you, many other people think you can break a connection. When you truly know, when a karmic cycle ends, the people that understands the end of their karmic cycles, they don't go back. Or are you going to stay trapped in that another again and again and again? Now watch this. Jason, I'm going to act like I know what you're talking about, but what is a karmic relationship? Well, a karmic relationship is one that is filled with an all-consuming passion. Jason, that's a good thing. Well, remember, you didn't let me finish. You just wanted to say, Jason, that's a good thing. Okay, Jason, finish. But it's extremely difficult to maintain. Oh, okay. And isn't relationships and marriages about maintaining and upgrading? Oh, yeah, you're right. Twin flames. Many people believe a twin flame is when two souls are split in two. Or two people are mirror images of each other, which means high compatibility to me. That's all that means. Because think about it. Why is he saying twin flames? He's into that. What if I just study this stuff to be able to speak it in a more universal tone versus the scary individualized tones that make people say, talk so I can put you in a category. Twin flame energies. Oh, he's one of them spiritual cats. It's like, no, I'm just talking to you like that. So, twin flame energies, people may believe is a twin flame is when two souls are split in two and two people are mirror images of each other. That's the spooky stuff. Here I come in. All that is high compatibility. Okay, back to the spooky people. This results in an instant connection with twin flames meet. Now, here's the scientific. Currently, there is little mainstream scientific evidence for twin flame relationships, although some psychologists argue the phenomenon is real. Here's me. Thanks, some psychologists, for your permission to feel this is real. Thanks, some psychologists. Soulmate. A soulmate is someone who you feel deeply connected to, but not in a psycho-American dependent, needy way. The guiding principle in a relationship between soulmates, hold on, Jason wants to talk, or your number one most compatible human out of 9 billion people on this planet, humans on this planet. Because soulmate seems spooky to people. So if you say your number one most compatible human, a more scientific minded person will be like, okay, I get that. Because scientific minded people don't get soulmate. It's like, just stay in context. No, soulmate is too spooky. But it is. It's a spooky word. And it lets people breathe. But when you hit them with number one most compatible human to you, That shuts down the argument, right? So again, a soulmate is someone you can feel deeply connected to, but not in a dependent or needy way. The guiding principle is a relationship between two soulmates. Watch this. Is that needs. These people meet your needs. And you meet their needs. He don't give me diamonds and he don't. You need therapy and a hug and a drop kick sometimes. But again, these people help you with your needs. And your needs are equally met. Because a soulmate relationship will challenge you to move from selfishness, I, to giving. And think about it. When you with your soulmate, you give and they be like, what? And they give back to you and you be like, what? And then you give bigger and they be like, what? And then they come on, that's an East Coast, West Coast battle. That is sexy. Oh, somebody silly want to talk. Go, somebody silly. This is my soulmate right here. No, Negro, that's your soul tie. That's not your soulmate. That's your soul tie. And this is them. Yeah, you're right. This might be my soul tie. Yeah, so a lot of y'all call y'all soulmates the wrong word. It's y'all soul ties. And everybody has a free will to do that. Shout out to everybody that got a chance to tie your shoes. Everybody gets a chance to tie. Shout out to Ty Dolla $igns. I'm just playing. Now, I'm talking about the consenting adults that cause the knots of the soul tie. Even the have-nots. A soul tie is an intense spiritual connection that you cause between two people. Most times, not the right people. And I don't believe Jason. Shout out to the breakup and divorce statistics. If I was wrong about saying most times we don't do that with the right people. Shout out to breakup and divorce statistics that result in mutual learning experiences. And that new energy said, y'all gonna learn today. Are y'all about to have sex right there? Okay, y'all about to learn. The concept of a soul tie has even gained steam amongst the Gen Z population, who's increasingly looking outside of the bounds of organized religion for answers to life's big questions. They want to know the big things. So imagine tying your soul to someone because they have a nice car. I'm about to connect my soul with her or him or them. Because that car looks good. Imagine tying your soul to someone who got big arms, or a big chest, or a big butt, or nice material things. Here's a good one. Or a job that can be taken away from them. And I'm sorry, sugar daddies, or money saved up to have relationships. You know, some people save up money to have relationships. Seriously. If your sex life increases when your bank account increases, no, you can just stop there. But if your sex life increases when your bank account is low or high, people won't probably say it must be the money because it ain't your face. You're reversing that song. It must be your face because it ain't your money. It must be your face because it ain't your money. I would do this without your money. And this is women saying this to men and men saying this to women. Did you know that many soulless people also have the same free will to possess those things too? Get it? Possess those things? When you break up or separate from a twin flame, here we go. Here goes some bad news, y'all. Because remember, the divorce and breakups Olympics was forced on everybody. When you break up or separate from a twin flame or soulmate the wrong way, you tend Jason said always, you tend, because I believe in the law of duality, so you tend to run into karmic relationships. This is a pattern that I keep seeing with these man-made divorce and breakup Olympics games. This co-creates a new world of karmic interactions, or quote unquote so-called new relationships or new marriages. Y'all are crazy. Y'all think I'm playing? I'll give you a prophecy right now. Most of the new relationships and marriages, if you analyze how they started, those are karmics. And those are easily to forecast how they're going to end. No, who cares? You end how you start. I don't know why y'all don't think the foundation of a building is important. How many of y'all want to argue that the foundation of a building is not important? Correct. So if it's built wrong, who cares who's arguing? If it's built wrong, who cares if the real estate company is arguing how long it'll stand? And for the sake of this argument, you know it was built wrong foundation. Jason, I don't get it. Okay, your legs don't work well. How's your running career going to be? How's your kickball career going to be? Because your foundation is wrong, right? Up, you got it fixed. Up, he's playing kickball again. So again, I don't care what y'all say. I'm telling y'all. And this is being pushed upon me because y'all know I'm done with the relationship industry. I was like, forget y'all. They was like, we love you. And I'm like, throwing rocks at them and they ducking them. And they like, do you want to speak here? I'm like, no, get out of here. And I'm like, we'll pay you. And I'm like, how much? I might need that for gas money. I'm just playing. Damn. Well, don't y'all want Mansa Musa gas money? You got that. Okay. Up, I got some bad news. Fake, deep, metaphysical people want to talk. Go, fake, deep, metaphysical people. And you know they all talking the tone. Jason, all you need to do, or if it's a woman, all you need to do is cut the spiritual cords that connects you to. And I remember I first started hearing that. I used to be like, and in my mind, I would say, Negro, please. Your father cut your umbilical cord and you still act like your crazy mothers. And that's for males and females. I feel like that made some people mad. Detachment is easier said than done. The definition of detachment is a state of being objective or aloof. What does aloof mean? I got you, bro. Emotionally distant. Aloof. So when somebody's emotionally distant, they're probably trying to do something. They might be trying to... According to the law of duality, if people rip apart, it's a way to detach, right? So the synonyms of detached is dispassion, disinterest. What'd you say? What'd you say? I wasn't listening. I'm like, they're hanging off a cliff bleeding. They're asking for help. Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention. It's like, bro, she don't like you, bro. She don't like you. No, she was on the phone and me almost died. You know, she could have, slipped and, she could have missed it. I'll hang up here. And I'm like, bro, she don't like you. Y'all be hanging out. Hey, if she's showing she don't like you in a dangerous way, y'all gotta get smart, y'all. Same thing for females. So the synonyms is dispassion, disinterest, indifferent, aloofness. Remember, that's emotionally distant. So here's another disclaimer. How to end wrong connections the right way means nothing if you two are meant to be together. So again, if you're listening for hard-headed reasons, but you two are meant to be together, This lecture is not for you because it's not for you. Now remember, you should check out the swallowing your pride versus swallowing bad foods all the time lecture. That'll help you hard-headed people out. Okay, so let's get back. Now y'all gonna love this. I was gonna put this first, but I was like, no, if they can make it through, they'll hear this. I love this. Have y'all, I know I've heard this so much in this industry. And I've written 4 books on this topic. I think I'm gonna do some on my 5th one of these days. But I had to do that curriculum and I had to do those other things. So tell me, I know y'all gonna love this. Have you ever heard somebody say, just let go? Then they're done. Which is the most macro advice on the planet. I know you're going, I know y'all connected and merged energy scientifically, spiritually, in all type of ways. Just let go. Wasn't that good advice? And it's like, no, that's not good advice. I can finally help y'all let go now. I promise you. Did you know that just by letting go, your energy returns? Please, this is people listening. Please, Jason, elaborate. Don't just stop it there like most public speakers. I'm not. Most public speakers will be like, y'all listening? Okay, well, come follow me on Patreon. And then you over there dying. It's like, come on, dude. Imagine being on a pull-up bar. And when you let go, you now detach from the pull-up bar. And what currently comes back to you? Your power levels. You see? When you release, it goes back to the person that it belongs to. Even the pull-up bar. If you're holding your problems close, if you're holding a person close to your heart or close to your head, constantly thinking or feeling, thinking and feeling and thinking and feeling, and even manifesting more negativity to them, it will keep them coming back to you that way because you are manifesting back their karmic energy. And that karmic energy will come back to you when it needs to reach the cinders of it. Energy cords can be established even without physical contact. For example, twin flame energies, and that's that sense of knowing when you just met. It's like, I just know, right? Now, one of the most insane questions I ever heard in 2023 when it comes to this is, well, I got 2 of them, but here's one. What if my partner gets into witchcraft or shamanism or spell work? Can I get my energy back? And I said, yes. The fact that you even asked the question the way you did could mean the energy process is already happening for you. Most TV watchers interact with witchcraft energy. Y'all know that, right? I remember our mother's generations, they had that Bewitched show marketed to them big time. And how many witchcraft TV shows were we raised on? And witchcraft's even in that Disney movie Encanto. And I still remember decoding that movie. Okay, Jason, this is too spooky again for me. Give me some science. I got you, bro. The heart is also energy. The heart is energy. It's a very responsive object. The way you train it is the way it will work. Compared with dogs that naturally adapt to environments without much change to their original heart states, that's the way your heart works, just inside of you. It's the consciousness to think or take action. So now fortify your mind, body, and heart, and that's the end. Because energy is what goes within your thoughts and comes back to your thoughts. What is your spiritual proof vest look like? What's your spiritual proof body armor and your spiritual headgear look like? Or energetic, if you don't believe in spirituality. What's your energetic proof vest? What's it look like? What color is it? Now, this is the second question that I didn't understand. Help me out. I was doing a private relationship event, and this woman who, she's very super dope. She said, Jason, I want to cut cords with the father of my children. She said, how does this work in a family unit? And I said, before I answer that, can I ask you a quick question? I said, is your children currently hard to control at times? And she laughed and said, yeah, they give me problems time to time. So I said, okay, before you get what you asked for, how do you cut cords with half of your children's DNA? You know, half of your child's DNA comes from the father, right? According to science and the child support mafia courts, this is true. Right? This is true. So if you were successful with cutting the cords with your biological father of your children, then are you setting yourself up to go to war with the other half of your children's DNA? And then again, you want 50% of your child or children to be foreign to you. So let me get this straight. You want to cut the cords with your children's original energy source. Not to mention that we also fight against our own DNA in ourselves and in our children. So don't get it twisted. You fighting the DNA that's you in your child. Why do you want all these parental wars for yourself? Let's ease into this because it can be done. Duality can be done. But again, if y'all didn't come together like this, splitting apart like that makes zero sense to karma, cause and effect, reaping and sowing, reality, duality. So, again, why do you want all these parental wars for yourself, parents? And all the parents are saying, because the government incentivizes us to do this. I'm just playing. That part didn't happen. But y'all laughing because that part could make sense. So, now check this out. Does having children by multiple partners create a chaotic spiritual management firm for you to manage multiple cords? Jason, I'm having a hard time seeing management different cords. You know, like the old telephone company operators used to do. They used to drive them women insane. They had to connect calls. Thank God for technology updates for the people working in that industry. So, the woman got mad and said, because, some women will get mad and be like, I'm not listening. And at least I have help. Oh, you call that help. Okay. We receive percentages of help, but we are ourselves 100% of the time. And our so-called help comes in smaller percentages of the time that people give us. So percentages of help is no match for facing your DNA 100% of your life and 100% of the time. Okay, Jason, well, how do I heal cords with people who are actually supposed to be in my life? There you go. You ain't trying to be around everybody. You just trying to deal with the people that's supposed to be in your life. Okay. Jason, are you being sarcastic by clapping like that? Yes. Yes, I am. You want me to stop? Okay, sorry. Yeah, I was being sarcastic. So, what seems like a more realistic question? That seems like a more realistic question. So again, how do I deal with the chords? Does Jason believe in chords? Hell nah. But I know this is a language for some people, so I'm dealing with the science of it. But you can say string theory. I believe in string theory, so that could be chord. Y'all see what I'm saying? I'm looking at the science of it. The spookiness allows too many people to get away with their feelings. Spirit told me, nah. Once I started seeing that spirit and all these spirits just magically agrees with everything that people want to do, I said, nope, hit me with science and energy. So energy and spirituality is the same thing. It could be spirits moves in waves and like it appears and stuff like that. Well, energy moves in waves and in particles. So you can literally have a spiritual conversation with science. So but I'm done with spirituality. It gives people too much of a chance to be like, no, the spirit just told me. It's like, who cares? This is a us time right now. I don't care what it told you. Remember, do not be like most insecure, codependent people that want to heal chords with everyone. Instead, heal chords with the right ones. These people love going against the law of duality. Up will always have down. So pick one versus focusing on every direction. Pick up, down, or micro left or micro right. And stop picking macro anywhere and macro everywhere. Now, according to my research, this is how the splitting up, ripping apart process usually, he said all the time, usually ends. Okay? Usually ends. So, number one, spiritually first or energetically first. Energy talks loud and energy never lies. And new sex is a spiritual thing. No, we didn't have sex. We just be talking. New forms of sex. No, I'm just emotionally attached. We never did anything. I just give them my emotions and think about them all the time. And new forms of sex is a spiritual thing. So number one, the breakup process happens energetically or spiritually first. Number two, then it happens mentally. You know why it happens mentally second and not first? Because you will begin to process this new energy transfers. Because you were only evolved because you were feeling it. I'm feeling you so much. So I'm building a relationship off of feeling. So you will begin to process this new energy transfer because you were only evolved because you were feeling it. Yes, we are slaves to our feelings. And that was discipline talking. That wasn't me. That was discipline talking to y'all. Say it again, discipline. Y'all are slaves to y'all feelings. Tell them discipline. Third, physically. So you said first spiritually or energetically, two mentally, then third physically? Yes, because now that you feel and you know what you feel, I'm out of here. So, breaking the connection with a human that you have a habit of transferring energies with is easier said than done. From your most cherished humans even to your enemies. Breaking away from people you were once fully connected to is a most challenging task. Did you say fully connected? Yes. You have been having a hard time leaving because the remaining pieces and sections of them still exist in and on you, aka soul ties. Well, what about your enemies? Well, isn't it funny that in hindsight, many of us have even had sex with our enemies? Shout out to that movie, Sleeping with the Enemy. Once you mess up with your most compatible humans, congratulations. You just earned yourself a karmic experience. Jason, you didn't put an S on experience. Or if you like sexual networking, if you're a sexual networker, put an S on karmic experiences. Some people need more than one karmic experiences. I'll say that part one more time. Once you mess up with your most compatible humans, congratulations, you just earned yourself a karmic experience. Or if you're a sexual networker, you put an S on it and it's karmic experiences. So, how some crazy Christians break connections. Some of the craziest Christians I've ever met in my life. I believe that God has removed all soul ties from my life. I am free. Jesus worked it out. God said faith without works is dead. God blessed you with the ability and free will to work it out. And science and spirituality does not agree with you being free of all your hot boy or hot girl summers that you had, or it looks like, hold on. God just said they're still having it. they're still hot. But it's cold outside, though. They're still hot. Okay. Now, science also told me to tell you to look up limbic bonding. Limbic bonding is the reason casual sex doesn't work for people on a whole mind level. And not that type of whole mind. Two people may decide to have sex just for the fun of it. Yet, no, I'm not. I wasn't gonna keep doing the books like that. That would have been terrible. I should have even did it twice. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna put them slowly. Yes, two people may decide to have sex just for the fun of it. Yes, something is occurring on another level that they might not have decided on at all. Sex is enhancing an emotional bond between them, whether they want it or not. The reversal to a hot girl or a hot girl summer is one person, often the woman, is bound to form an attachment and will be hurt when the casual affair ends. Him. Man, I'm just trying to hit that a couple times and I'm out. This is her mad at him. I am mad at him. And I am going to go out and have sex with whomever and whenever I want to. It's like, no, don't do that. The limbic system. Your limbic system. One reason is usually the woman is who is hurt most. Is that the female limbic system is larger than the male's. This can be called a big ass soul tie for her. A big ass limbic system soul tie. Jason, did you just say she got her spiritual tubes tied and she's all good? No, I said she got her soul tied and she might not be all good. So here's some church soul ties that I hear a lot of people are still connected to. Number one, I was baptized there. Shh. My children were baptized there. Shh. Some weird spirit came over me there. Shh. Won't he do it? We got marriage counseling there and we're mysteriously divorced. Shh. Remember, my main man, Mr. Dale said, a soul tie is a person, place, or thing. This will definitely be a part 2 connected to this one. All right, I see the questions. Let's go. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I will stop it here. Thank you for joining me for another Sunday Bars presentation. Looking forward to building with you next time. Let's work. Let's work. Peace and love.